Welcome, guys, back to the Multiversal podcast. We took a little break,
Long break.
a long break. What? It was like a month, 2 months.
It was a
Uh,
while.
it
Oh,
was
it
a
was a while.
while. Yeah, I mean, school and work's been kicking our asses, but hey, we're back. New episode. Again with Doug. You know the vibes. Um, Before we go into the subject that we're gonna discuss today, we saw a bit of Doctor Strange. We saw the last trailer.
Yeah.
That was something, eh? Like I think they revealed some things that I wasn't ready to see that, to be honest.
Which part?
Uh Professor X.
But you don't.
I
You
would
don't.
have no, but you hear him.
Yeah, you heard that in the first trailer.
No, that's the second one. We've been so long that for us it's the first. That's the second one, the Super Bowl one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the second one. You see him coming, and you hear him like, oh yo, we should tell them the truth.
We should tell them the truth. Yeah.
I mean, it was too much for me. Like,
I yeah, I think I agree with that. Like it was like if it was like he just showed up on screen, everyone would be like, "Holy fuck!" But now it's like we know he's in the movie, which is gonna be sick regardless. Like it's gonna be cool either way.
sure.
But I agree with that. I think they probably said a little bit too much in regards to that. But the latest trailer that just came out, so what's the date today? It was 7th of April.
Yeah,
The latest trailer came out 2 days ago, I think.
it was
Yes.
Monday.
Okay. And there's a scene where Strange wakes up and he's got the handcuffs, the Ultron handcuffs.
Oh yeah,
You know?
I,
Yeah, you
I
don't remember?
remember. No. I think I'll have to watch it back, but yeah.
Yeah, so he wakes up with the Ultron handcuffs, and right there I was like, oh fuck. And then there's another scene where we see what kind of looks like Captain Marvel, like
Oh, flying.
yeah, but I heard rumors and stuff that like that might be Tom Cruise as Iron Man. I don't think so, but like looking at it because I've seen like a still frame, it does kind of look like him because like it looks like the character has a mustache, but it might just be like the outline of the mask or something like that. But anyway, I thought that would be sick too. But I mean, if they threw that in the trailer already, that'd be like
That's
okay,
the
well,
thing. And
it showed.
they showed one scene I remember is we see Wanda's kids.
Yeah, when
That
she like goes to the
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I think like it's we're deadass, like we're a month away from the movie. Like
yeah,
yesterday was a month away.
yeah.
Unfortunately, we're not gonna do a video until then about that because yeah, we'll do one after we see the movie. But yeah, I'm excited. It's, I think, one of the movies that I'm excited.
Yeah, I think it's definitely, well, it'll probably be, I mean, this year's equivalent to No Way Home.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think, I mean, what they did with No Way Home was like really like a big branch with the whole idea of having like two other Spider-Man in it. But opening that up with Doctor Strange is
Another thing.
like he's got like such a wide variety of like what he can do like in terms of the multiverse. So I think they really have so much opportunity for what they can do. And if they do the Illuminati, it's gonna be nuts because we're gonna see so many characters. Like we'll see Reed Richards, Professor X. I hope we see Namor.
And
Yeah, Namor.
and then a variant of Black Panther.
Yeah, I really fuck. I don't know. We'll see what they're gonna do with that.
Imagine Chadwick Boseman had time to like film like one of the, imagine that. I would have, it's crazy. And one last scene before we go into the another topic. I don't know if you remember, you see Strange talking to Strange, but you see
Yeah.
with the third eye. You saw that?
I was fucking crazy. I was like, what the fuck?
I don't know if it's CGI like only for the trailer because we know Marvel does that kind of stuff. But if they didn't, it's gonna be fucking.
But what is that in reference to?
Because in What If, again,
Yeah.
spoilers, but I mean, in What If, there's an episode of called, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like, what if Strange became the Sorcerer Supreme, that means every being in the universe, like every mystical being, has power. Okay, so there's ladders of power. So you're the weakest till the strongest. Okay, and then he consumes. So instead of him dying, instead of him losing his hands, it's the girl who dies.
Which girl?
Her girlfriend. Her name, the
Oh,
Notebook.
the
Rachel
ginger hair.
McAdams.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she dies instead of him losing his hands. Okay. So now the whole purpose of him going into the mystic arts is to find a way to bring her back to life. So the only way to do that, it's through like gaining so much power that you become invincible. And so the third eye, it's technically one of the monsters. So
But we see like
and he goes crazy, like he goes a villain. And
okay.
and at the end of that episode, he destroys his universe. And he has to keep it in a glass dimension. Yeah. That's pretty much it. But I mean, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Today's topic, I'm super excited to be able to talk about it after, I don't know, a year, I think, a long time that we know about it. Moon Knight. Yesterday was the second episode. I've enjoyed it so far. I think Oscar Isaac is doing an amazing job with everything, and I mean it was like a hit or miss again, because we don't know anything about Moon Knight. Like, it's a new character even for me. So I think I'm very excited for. I mean, there's 4 episodes left, but I'm super crazy, eh?
Yeah, I don't know if 6 episodes is gonna, like we were talking about it a little bit beforehand. I don't know if 6 episodes is gonna be enough to really, like, I don't know, do justice to the character, I guess. I mean, the fact that like most of them are 50 minutes is what they've been saying is good. Because like, I mean, we've seen episodes of like other TV shows that were like 23 minutes, 30 minutes, stuff like that. So the fact that they're mostly all 50 minutes is a good sign. Honestly, for Oscar Isaac, I'm really surprised at how well he's doing, like especially with the British accent. Because I don't know, like I was looking at the trailers and stuff, it looked good. But I wasn't convinced. So I'm super surprised and like honestly like a little relieved that he's doing so well as the character.
Yeah, and I was a bit like worried about the a British accent, because he's Latino. He already has like an accent while he speaks
a little bit
in English, but I mean he's an actor and everything. How do you find they're like turning the story? Like, we're seeing new characters as Ethan Hawke's character, who's technically the villain in this whole like, how do you feel they brought everything in?
I mean, that's the thing. We've never seen any of these characters before, right? There's literally not one character that we've seen. Yes. Stephen Grant is definitely cool because like he's just like your average Joe, you know what I mean? Oh, sorry, by the way, spoilers. Fuck. For the first 2 episodes. Sorry, I don't think we've spoiled anything yet, but anyway, regardless.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah. So for what we've seen, I really like Stephen Grant because, like I said, he's just like your everyday kind of guy. Like, works in a gift shop. He's just trying to make his way, and like he's got a sleeping disorder. He doesn't really know what's going on in the first episode. Like he just wakes up and like people are dead, and he's like, "What the fuck's going on?" And then in the second episode, we get a little bit more development with it. And the one scene specifically that I was like, "Holy shit!" is when he's falling out the building, and he hit and he's like, "Summon the suit, summon the suit." And he's like, "The suit," and like he hits the pole, but then like he lands, and it's like super badass. I was like, fuck. But that's the thing. The thing I love, because I didn't realize this, that like his idea of a suit is like a suit.
Yeah, not like a suit like this. The suit we see. Yeah.
Like for whoever, like I guess the host is of Moon Knight, they can kind of decide what he's gonna look like.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Fuck, like I didn't think about that, and that's the thing. Like when Mark, I don't know, Thank you. Mark Spector's like, not that suit. Like we're talking about the other suit. What the fuck? I love the fact that they're doing
The
whole idea.
duality.
Yeah, because like he's got his own. He's literally doing like split. He's got two characters that he's playing completely different, and one character's got that like quirky kind of like nerdy side to him that he doesn't really know what's going on. And then he's got this like badass like U.S. agent kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's super cool, especially for Oscar Isaac. Like that must have been such like a different role to play.
And that's the thing. Like he just like ended his role in Dune. Like I haven't seen the movie, but I know his role is like he's like a general. I think he's the emperor, and like seeing that like switch to Moon Knight and like the I don't know. Marvel's been doing this like this funny action kind of stuff so good lately. You see when he's like, no, I'm not gonna give you control, and he goes like, let's go, let's fight, and then he hits the like the thing, and then you see him, then you see him switch to the Moon Knight that we know, and like the fighting skills. I think I don't know, man. I'm excited. I'm excited about like how he's gonna like end up, and you never know. Maybe they do a second season or something like that. But oh shit, I had another question. I mean, like, do you think I've told you this. Do you think it's better than Loki?
So we're only 2 episodes in here, so like as of right now, like the story that we got from Loki, I'd say no, just because like I don't know what happened. But like I'm obsessed with Egypt. Like growing up, like I love like hold on, I don't know if you can see on my dresser. Like I literally have like a fucking head. Opposite side, I have a like if you look like right there, that's a painting of on papyrus, like it's an Egyptian painting. So like growing up, I loved Egypt. I used to read about King Tut like all the time. So seeing it kind of in a superhero is super different. And I didn't know what's the god's name that's like controlling him?
Khonshu.
So like I didn't realize that was like the god of the moon. I knew a couple, like I knew like one of them was Osiris. I mean I think there's like 10 or 15 or something like that, maybe more. But I didn't know that was like the moon, like the god of the moon. And the way that they portrayed that character too is super cool. Like he's a ghost, right? With like the
peak.
Yeah, it just looked super well done. But I don't, as of right now, I can't say, like I can't have a definitive decision whether it's better than Loki. Obviously, so far I've liked Loki better just because of the story that we got. But I think Moon Knight is definitely already, in my opinion, above WandaVision and above Winter Soldier. Just I didn't like.
Winter Soldier was.
I wasn't a fan. I just found it kind of boring. It was just like a filler. And WandaVision was the only thing that really came out of WandaVision that was cool to me was like Vision kind of coming back.
And Wanda like gaining the.
Yeah, becoming Scarlet Witch. That was really neat. But for what the shows were, I was kind of like, whatever. Whereas I'm much more into this because like Moon Knight literally kills people.
Yeah, he's
super badass.
Yeah. He doesn't have this there's like moral code, you know, like the Batman, like he goes for it. Do you see Moon Knight with the Avengers? Because in the comics, I'm telling you, like I don't know anything about the character. I did my research beforehand, but before that, I didn't know anything. He was part of the Avengers. He beat the Avengers, every Avenger. Like that's what they say. Can you see him like teaming up with first? Can you see Oscar Isaac in a movie like that, like as an actor? And can you see Moon Knight with this like duality between like the two characters that we see in the show? Like,
I could definitely see Oscar Isaac in the Avengers. I think he's the right actor. I mean, he's done a lot of big roles in the sense of like not necessarily superhero, but when he's like King Atreus in Dune, like because that's who he plays. He plays like Timothée Chalamet's dad. Mm-hmm. I've read the book. I haven't seen the movie. I've read the book. So that's who he plays, and like it's very like, you know, puff out chest kind of like on top shit. And then he's like Poe Dameron in Star Wars. You know, like he played Poe like really well, in my opinion. He was one of the better characters that I found kind of got pushed to the side, kind of like Finn. Finn had no story arc, but anyway, different discussion. So I could definitely see him being a part of an Avengers movie. Like if they made a Moon Knight movie, or if they incorporated him into like an Avengers type movie, I could see it. But Moon Knight, I'd see him more as an anti-hero, or even a villain, just because of the fact that he does kill.
Okay, but I mean,
but it depends on what he's fighting for, though. That's the main thing. Because like I know the Avengers kill people, you know what I mean? But it's not like they're killing people. They kill aliens and they kill fucking. It's not
androids. Yeah. But I mean,
yeah.
is it Moon Knight? Like, there's been so many rumors, and like I've seen a video about I think it's Ethan Hawke is in like a college. You know how like actors do like not pep talks, but like they go to like colleges and go see the students that are, exactly. But I mean, they talk to the students of cinema and shit like that. And then someone asked him like, bro, is Blade in Moon Knight? I know it was with Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon, and he was like, is Blade in Moon Knight? And he goes like, would you like to see them like teaming up or like fighting each other?
I never really. I mean, nuts if they fought each other. I never really knew Blade like that. Like I watched like bits and pieces of the original one with I don't know his name. No idea what the actor's name is.
The guy with the White Man Can Jump. Let's just leave it at that.
Sure. Anyway, so like I don't know the character that well. I know he kills and stuff. So I'd like how they're bringing that kind of dark element to it. You know, Disney just bought the rights to Daredevil and Luke Cage and all those other TV shows, and like those shows are quite dark. And I think Moon Knight might be a good transition for them to do like that, like really good superhero show that can still be quite dark. Whereas, like, you know, you're seeing blood, like in the first episode where he has the scarab and he's trying to give it to Ethan Hawke's character.
Yeah.
And he's like pulls away, and then he's on like the
highway.
Yeah, exactly. And then like he passes out or whatever. Mark takes over, and then he like regains consciousness. Like, yo, these guys got shot. These guys are like on the floor. He's got blood in his hand and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
he's dead.
Dripping in blood.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, like they're going a little bit out of left field. You know what I mean? It's not what we expected, or it's not what we've seen, at least from a Marvel TV show, apart from that one scene in Captain America and the Winter Soldier where he like the new Captain America takes the shield
and then kills a kid.
Like I think it's, if Marvel wants to go in that direction, you know, if they want to compete with like the new Batman movie that just came out, that's doing really, really well in the box office, you know, like maybe they're gonna have to go a little bit darker, because the people that were watching these movies as kids are growing up.
Exactly.
So but if Marvel's doing it, they're doing a smart job going that route.
But then what's gonna happen with like you're like focusing on people who grew up with Blade, with Batman, or those kind of movies, and then you're gonna lose that audience when they become older. So are they not better securing the future by keeping that PG as they've been doing for 15 years, or like taking like the bloody way, the like more darker characters? Because we have like so many coming. Like we have Blade, we know for sure he's gonna be in something new. We have Ghost Rider, who there's been some talks about who's supposed to play him. Like which direction should they take? And if they both stay in the same direction, are they gonna meet? That's the thing. Like, are they gonna be able to say like, yeah, like I can have Tom Holland and the Punisher in the same?
Yeah. Because the Punisher is super violent.
Or can they play it like Deadpool? Like I've been watching Deadpool. You have Deadpool who's killing for no reason, and then you have the X-Men like Colossus, like the big beef thing, who's like, okay, don't kill, like do it this way. Can Spider-Man and Punisher or Blade or whatever do the same thing?
Okay, oh my god, I'm just realizing now. So that's like, there's been talk. I'm thinking Deadpool. There's been talks like, oh, they're gonna bring Deadpool in and blah blah blah. But I don't know if it was confirmed or if it was a rumor that they're coming out with a third film and it's gonna be continue to be M-rated.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna be Deadpool. But I mean, if we get Professor X in Doctor Strange, then like automatically like the universes are connected, like guaranteed at that point. But at the same time, like, how do they not bring him in?
Yeah, that's the thing. And then bringing Deadpool in, you have to worry also about the fourth barrier that he breaks with the audience. You know,
Yeah.
I don't see Deadpool talking to the audience with Spider-Man in the background. You know,
No, me either.
like you can't see it. And Deadpool always has always been the like outcast. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Deadpool is like the one exception that I really see being like, he could just continue doing like standalone movies and like it would be fine.
Yeah.
But if they're going the route with having the X-Men integrated into Doctor Strange, which is like 99% guaranteed, then I don't know, they're either gonna have to adapt or I don't know. It's gonna be interesting for that. For like when we're talking about Blade and Punisher and seeing them in the movies, I think they can go that route. We've seen like guns being shot and blah blah blah, and people being shot, but at the same time, what they could do is like maybe the Punisher be again more of an anti-hero or anti-villain, sorry, either or, and then fuck, that's a good question. That's a really good question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm gonna open up a parenthesis that I just thought about it. What's the first, if you think, what's the first movie in the Marvel's universe?
Oh, fuck off.
I'm gonna do my research to be sure. Yeah. Tell me.
So technically, it's Tom Maguire's Spider-Man. But in my opinion, I still consider it Iron Man.
Okay, you're wrong in both ways.
Okay, so hold on. Oh, is it X-Men now? Because X-Men came beforehand? Okay.
Yeah, so Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire was in 2002, and the first X-Men, it was in the 2000s.
Okay, so
I mean, if we're acknowledging, I just wanted to make the parentheses, but so now X-Men technically is it's in
MCU.
Yeah.
But would you consider it to be the first MCU movie?
No. Even Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like, I don't know, I love X-Men. That's the first, if I remember, that and Blade is the first like superhero movies that I saw. I love X-Men, but Spider-Man is like more of a, like, it's
Spider-Man's not a superhero, I find. Like, not that like X-Men aren't like superheroes. Like, I mean, they're mutants and they all have like special powers and stuff. But I always found Spider-Man more of like a hero because like, I don't know, Wolverine is like super violent again, and like he like, not that Spider-Man isn't violent, but he doesn't kill. It's I don't know. It's
like
I agree with you in saying that Spider-Man seems more of like the original one, but in my opinion, I still say Iron Man is the first MCU movie technically.
Yeah, I mean,
because that's what like when they were like, okay, the Marvel Cinematic Universe has started, they were like, okay, Iron Man is the one.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Robert Downey Jr. was cast for that role. Expecting like, I think if they were like, okay, if this movie hits off, like we're gonna keep running with it, and they did, obviously. So in my opinion, I'd say Iron Man is the first
MCU, like he's the godfather of the MCU.
Exactly.
All right. I mean, yeah, for sure. Coming back to Moon Knight, what do you like for 2 episodes in, 4 left to see? What are you expecting now that you see a bit of Moon Knight? You know that he's like 2 persons in one. One has like this moral of, I don't want to kill people, and the other one has the moral of, I'll do whatever I have to keep my wife safe. So what are you expecting from the show like right now?
What? Yeah, it's more like what I want to see. I want to see more of like Moon Knight himself, like
Mhm.
like in kind of thing, because we've seen a lot of Stephen Grant already, and we've seen a lot of Mark Spector, which isn't bad by any means, but I'd really like to see more of actual Moon Knight, a little bit more action, which we got at
Mhm.
the end of episode 2. What I expect Mark to sort of, because that's the thing. Like, we saw him at the end there, he sort of took control of
Yeah.
Steven's body, right? And like he's like, I hate it. Steven's in the mirror. He's like, I hate it here. He's like, I feel like I can't move. And he goes like, just breathe through it. Like, you'll get used to it. And then he starts talking to him. He's like, you're the one that does this. And then he starts kicking the mirror,
Yeah.
right? I don't know if Mark's gonna stay in control at this point, and then like Steven's just gonna be like, break out and be like the badass. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's the way that they're gonna go, or if it's gonna switch back, to Steven being the sort of
Scary.
guy,
Mm.
and then Mark's gonna be a side character, and then like, I think towards the end of the show, if Mark fulfills his debt, like he repays his debt, then Mark as a character might just disappear completely. But I don't know.
I don't know, because the thing is that Mark is Moon Knight. Like, he is Moon Knight. Like, there's no.
Knight.
Huh?
But Steven's Moon Knight.
Yeah, like technically, but he like yeah.
That's
Like
the thing. That's what's so complicated about like the duality of the two characters. It's like, who is it? This person? Is it that person? Are they just separate? It's super complicated because what they're gonna do, we don't know. And at the same time, like, if because he has the cane and he does like the rocking cane thing, is like, oh, are you good or are you bad kind of thing. What if he does it for Mark and Mark's bad, but Steven's not?
Who dies?
Well, that's my point. So I hope they can do that at one point.
But that's the thing, they did
with Mark in the first episode.
Okay, with Mark. Okay, yeah. You wanted them to do it with Mark because they did it with Steven.
Did they do it in the first episode with Steven?
Yeah, they do it with Steven. They're both in the museum. Like, he arrives the next day after he met Ethan Hawke in that dream. He arrives, he does it, and then it starts moving, and he says, "There's so much chaos in you." So it's like there's that duality. There's that one wants to be good, and the other one wants to kill. Wants to like fulfill conscious thing. So I mean, they do it with him. Now the question is that if they do it with Mark, are they gonna be like, "All right, like, you need to die"?
But when he does I don't remember, when he does the cane with Steven, does he finish it? Does it say like, oh no, he's good?
No, because it goes like that. It's like it moves.
Oh,
how it moves like this?
Yeah.
It goes like super quick because they don't know what to do. There's two persons in one. But in the comics and in like Moon Knight is Mark Spector. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then he has aliases. He has like that second personality that is Stephen Grant. Yeah. I mean, I want to see Blade. Like,
you do?
It was teased, and the way like Ethan Hawke answers, you're like, bro, you just, I don't know. And Blade, I think he's gonna do an amazing job. The new Blade, Marshala Ali. I think he was super good as a cast. I want to see a bit more of blood from Moon Knight, because I think like you said, we saw a bit, and yeah, like just see how amazing Oscar Isaac's gonna do. I think he can have a second season as Moon Knight if they choose a good story. And I'm also intrigued about Ethan Hawke's villain. I think he's doing a good job. Like, he's this calm, like kind of a thinker.
He's not gonna kill you. He's just like this is what it is.
Yeah.
There's no like, well, like, I guess there's malicious intent, but it's not. he's just there. He's doing what the god is telling him to do.
Yeah.
And he's not there to do anything else. You know what I mean? But I'm super excited to see, because they fucking finally they went to Egypt at the end of the last episode.
Yes.
So fucking hyped to see what they do with that. It's gonna be nuts.
Yeah, but going back to Ethan Hawke, there's one scene in particular. There's two scenes. First of all, there's the scene where in the second episode where they're going to like eat, you know, and then there's Khonshu talking to Steven, like you see him, you hear him, and then Ethan is like, oh, he's telling you this, eh?
Yeah.
And then like he's like, oh, can you hear me? That scene, incredible act. I mean, I'm not an actor, I don't know what's incredible acting, but I liked it. And the second scene, bro, at the end of the second episode, he gets this scarab, but it's like an old man who has it, right? He goes like, oh, this doesn't belong to you. I can give you food, I can give you clothes, just give me the scarab. And then he holds his hand and goes like, I'm so sorry, you're not gonna see the world that we're building. And then he dies. Like, he's that kind of villain. Like, he's not gonna go like stab or kill. He just like grabs and you're dead, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, it's cool. But I don't know if his character, I don't know why, I get the vibe that Ethan Hawke's character is gonna be like, oh, like he is like one of the gods or something like that. That he's just gonna like turn into this giant. I hope they don't do that. But
I mean, he said he's the like the how do you say it? Like the vessel for the other goddess, the crocodile kind of lady. Yeah, a host. Let's just hope like they keep it light. I mean, Marvel's been known to like do great jobs when they keep it simple and then try to go crazy and fumble the bag. But I mean, they just try to keep it light. And
I don't know. We'll see. I have high hopes. Just from what we've seen, it's been really good. It's been really interesting. Because I honestly kind of feel like I'm watching like a detective movie because I don't know what to expect. I'm like, oh, what the fuck is that? Like I'm trying to unravel it as it's happening. We got a lot of explanation in the second episode, which I liked because I was super fucking confused at the first.
Yeah,
I wanted more. Which is like, I mean, it's of course it's what you want at the end of a show. It's like, oh shit, okay, like what's gonna happen next? Like that's what brings you back. And it's the same thing that they did with the second episode. Like the fact that he's in Egypt, for me at least, was like, oh fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah. And even that scene, you see like a mirror who's broken. You see Steven with like blood, but at the same time, I mean, you see someone, one of the two characters, and then you see the other one in the ground drinking. So you don't know if it's Mark or if it's Steven or like vice versa, you know? Like and then I mean, it was kind of obvious that we're gonna be in Egypt of how the room looked. But yeah, when he opened the drapes, and I was like, oh yeah, it's getting there, you know?
I wonder if they were on location for that, or if they filmed it like through like CGI or something like that.
I'm pretty sure they were on location. I mean, was it filmed during COVID? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, well, still fucking in it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Anyways, yeah, imagine if it was filmed on location, it's gonna be super dope because you're gonna feel like you're in Egypt. If not, and they're doing like a super good CGI, like respect.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I love that they can do that now. I'm thinking back to like when they filmed The Mandalorian. There's a scene, not a scene, like another TV show pretty much, which was like a behind the scenes. And they had this thing called the volume, which was literally like a giant, like 360-degree room, just with LED lights. And pretty much what it did was for the filmmaker, like they could set, like, so the ground was real, like everything they had on the ground was real. So like, you know, if he was interacting with something like rocks or anything like that, like it was all there. But there's a point where like if you're filming, the background will like adjust to whatever you're filming.
You're filming.
So like the landscape will move with it. And it looked so fucking good. Like honestly, if you get the chance to look it up, just look up the volume from The Mandalorian, and it makes no sense. It's like, how the fuck does this work? Because they used the whole idea of like VR and motion capture. Because with VR, like wherever you look, it has to follow where your eyes are looking, right? So I did the same thing with the camera.
Wow.
It's fucking crazy. I was like, what? That's fucking nuts. But the thing that's nice about that is it gives you like realistic lighting.
Okay. With
So
the
whole thing,
LEDs.
yeah, the whole thing is LEDs, right? So if you do that, it gives you realistic lighting, especially off like his helmet in that scene.
Ooh.
Well, not in the scene, in the whole show. Like, you know,
The
he's
whole
got a
show.
helmet, right? So like if he's in the sun, it'll reflect differently than if like a blaster bolt goes past him and it'll
You're
get the
gonna.
light.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like, honestly, Disney has the budget, so
Of course. Like Disney can do whatever they want.
yeah. So either way, it's gonna be sick. So
Yeah. Yeah. No, for sure. For sure. For sure. Like just closing the episode. We went to see Batman.
we
I
went
know
to
we
see.
I know we said we're not gonna talk about it too long or anything because I mean,
Oh,
is it too long? But so how like we've talked about it, but like it was a surprise. I mean, it was so fucking long. Like
it was
don't
really
get me
long.
wrong, we went at the worst time. Like we went in at like 8:30, came out like at midnight.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
But I mean, it was better than I expected.
So the first time we saw it, I came out of it, and I guess I was being harsh. I was being like movie critic. I was being a dick. And I was like, I didn't like this, and I didn't like that. But after, like, I kept thinking about it, and I was like, nah, fuck, it was really good. Like, there were certain scenes.
And that's the thing, you saw it twice.
Yeah. The second time I saw it over, there's more details that I saw, like, because I mean, I'd watched reviews and stuff, and I'd listened to reviews and seen what like other people were saying. And then we got the deleted scene of Barry Keoghan.
The
We should
Joker.
have put a spoiler warning as well for.
Yeah. A spoiler in the whole episode. Yeah, but yeah.
We'll just put it like just spoiler warning, just like in big at the beginning. But yeah. So but like I'm like besides the deleted scene, because the deleted scene I personally really liked. I like the way he looked. He looked fucking disgusting and really fucked up, and I love that. But for the movie itself, I really like the Riddler.
Paul Dano.
Thank you, Paul Dano. I'm a fucking I'm terrible with names. Anyway, Paul Dano did a really good job. Like he was creepy and sadistic, but I found when he came out of the costume,
he wasn't like.
That's kind of when he fell off for me.
I don't know. I felt he was more in character when he was off the costume. Like you know that scene where he goes like Batman is talking to him through the glass, and he goes like we were supposed to be friends. We were supposed to see this together, and then he just starts singing.
Yeah.
Like it was perfect for me. Like this, the perfect psychopath. You know?
Yeah, I see the psychopath, but I don't know. There was something that just wasn't right for me. I don't know why, but again, like I loved him in costume. I thought he was super different in costume because we've never seen a take on Riddler like that before. And the cool thing for him is he actually got like a little bit of input on the costume. He put plastic wrap around his fucking head for like that was his decision. And it looked super good. Like it looked so creepy. And like when he did the tape and the breathing. Props to him. Robert Pattinson as Batman was great. As Bruce Wayne sucked.
Yeah, 100%.
Like so fucking, like,
he made me think of Twilight.
Well, yeah, it's honest. It's guilty by association, right? Like that's what we knew him from before. Like he hasn't done anything huge apart from that. Like that, you know, those movies were massive back in the day.
Yeah, for sure.
And like this is probably like the biggest box office movie for him since that. But his Batman was really good. I really liked his Batman. He's, you know, he didn't say much, but it was like the first time we saw Batman as a detective, which I really liked.
Exactly. More like the we saw him too. It made me think also of the games. Like I've been playing the game, the
Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight. Forgot the name. The story was perfect. I mean, maybe not perfect. It was
good though.
Right for the characters that we had. The Penguin had off. He was if I think the whole movie he was the best character like physically that we saw. Like you know, even the way he talked. You know,
I didn't even know it was Colin Farrell until you told me after the fact. I was like, no fucking way. So I looked it up. Sure enough, it was him. And like I was watching some interviews, and apparently it was 4 hours in the chair for makeup at the start, and like by the end of the filming, like they got it down to 2. So like honestly, if the makeup artist doesn't win a fucking Oscar, it's beyond me.
Yo. I mean,
But
that movie shouldn't be in the Oscars. That just
2023.
Why? I've never understood that. Like, if a movie comes out by the end of I came out in 2022, so it has to be in 2023.
Exactly. Because that's the thing. The Oscars are in February. Fuck. In March usually. It's usually like February, March. So because of that, like it just gives them like they take 2 or 3 months to just buffer and kind of like put their votes in and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, so I really hope that he wins an Oscar for like best makeup or something, because I have a feeling the person that did the makeup probably did Barry Keoghan's Joker as well, and which was not.
I mean, you froze for like 2 seconds. I mean, you liked the Joker. I'm super picky with my Jokers. Like, you know, like for me, with Heath Ledger was the best. I think he's better than Jared Leto.
Jared Leto sucks.
Exactly, because that gangster look, it was like, bro, like that's not him. I didn't like the teeth, and I've told you this many times. I've told this to people many times. The teeth, like, I don't know, threw me off. I mean, I hope they do an amazing job with the. I mean, I hope he does an amazing job. I think out of the Eternals, I mean, we're not going to talk again about how bad he was, but I think out of the whole cast, he was one of the good actors that we saw.
He was one of the better characters in the movie. Like he was one of my favorite Eternals of the bunch. Like, not that I feel him that much, but he was one of the better ones.
And so the Batman was great. Cinematographically speaking, there's so many good scenes. I'm thinking about that scene where he's like fighting in the club, like just like the first time he goes to see Penguin and he's fighting the twins and everything like that. Like it was good. And then the scene that we've talked about it, the gun scene.
Oh my god!
The gun scene when he comes out of the elevator. You know, I was like, wow.
That was
impressed.
But I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that like 90% of that was practical effects. So they actually had like almost like black powder packs,
like blanks.
So blanks in the gun, but like you see it hit off him, right?
Oh yeah.
So I heard like those were actual like sparks flying off him, like when they were filming it. So like if they
imagine that shit.
Fuck.
Like keeping your cool, like still fighting and getting like, because you have to feel it, like getting shot. Yeah. Like that was one of them of my like poof, and then the cherry on top of the cake, Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman.
She was really good. I liked her. I just didn't like her fucking little like.
Like the mask was like, bro, like we can know it's you, like
like it's a hat. That's had its thing cut out.
Not even. It's like like those kind of a mask that you go to like a ball.
Yeah, great.
That's
like,
the thing.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
But I mean, she was like super, like maybe not the best Catwoman. I can name you 2 out of the 4 that exist better than her. But yeah, she held the cast. I mean,
she was good. I liked it overall. Good movie for sure. Seeing it a second time, like it's long. 3 hours is long, and it felt long. But like there wasn't a moment, apart from like when he's in the hospital with Alfred, that I find really like
boring.
Like the car chase scene was amazing, but they showed too much in the fucking trailer. They shouldn't have showed that in the trailer at all.
No,
because like I knew it was when he's in the car chase. So he like, haha, I killed you, and then he fucking.
You should have kept that,
Anyway,
but I mean, it was a good movie. Any recommendations before we end the episode today? Anything you want to recommend? Any games? Any series? Anything?
Well, watch Moon Knight if you haven't watched Moon Knight. I mean, you probably watched it if you're watching this because we've spoiled most of it. um, uh,
Exactly.
so watch Moon Knight. Obi-Wan's coming out soon.
Book of
What else?
Boba.
Book Book of Boba Fett was okay. Like as a Star Wars fan, it was entertaining, but it wasn't anything crazy.
Crazy.
Like the best parts were with the Mandalorian.
Exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, so I'd say definitely watch like the Kenobi series. Go see Morbius because we haven't seen that yet. But I heard it's shit.
Yeah, me
But
too.
Jared, look, can't hit the mark. And in terms of video games and stuff, Diego actually got me for my birthday last year. He pre-ordered me Lego Star Wars, and I've played like 45 minutes of it, and so far it's fucking lit. So I'd say give that a shot. I got the deluxe edition. I'm like good to go. But yeah, I think that's all I've got right now.
Yeah, perfect. For me, it's gonna be like Moon Knight. I think it's the thing right now in my watch list. Deadpool. I know it's an old one, but I finished. I'm about to finish the first one, and the second one I saw it first. I think he did an amazing job as Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds. And then talking about Ryan Reynolds, there's a Netflix movie. It's not a like big movie or anything like it
Yeah,
was.
Roger.
Yes, like it's a good movie to see. Like you don't have anything to do Friday, you don't want to go out, you go see that movie. Like it's like popcorn and everything is super good. Um, in terms of games, I haven't played a lot of games. I'm gonna say Batman: The Arkham Knight.
Yeah, if you haven't played the Arkham series, like all three of them, you have to play those. Like
Oh yeah.
Arkham City, fucking masterpiece. One game of the year when it came out. Arkham
Even
Asylum,
even
really good.
Arkham Asylum was like super nice.
Yeah, Mark Hamill's a Joker is fucking
Oh,
nuts. So, and Arkham Knight's great. Like even on the PS5, like the graphics still hold up.
super nice. It's not the best. I think the best was Arkham City, but it's still like a good Batman
It's
game. So
I like it especially because I just got the deluxe edition on PlayStation Store and it was like $11, like with tax and everything. So if you've never played them, definitely play them. Like it's loads of fun. Probably the best superhero game in my opinion. Even over Spider-Man. Yes, over Spider-Man. At least the trilogy.
oh
For
yeah,
now,
for sure, for sure. For
Spider-Man's
now,
fun, completely different vibe.
yeah,
But I'd still say the Arkham series is better.
yeah, for sure, for sure. So yeah, guys. So yeah, we're back. We're gonna try to do some more episodes during the week.
Yeah.
Summer's coming by, so for sure we're gonna film some stuff. Maybe in person. We're gonna try to come up with ideas. If you guys have any ideas, leave it in the comment sections. We're gonna leave our Instagram also if you wanna DM us. Go ahead. And yeah, like see you next week, I guess. Anything to
Take
say?
care. Muchas gracias a la función. Sí.